Very good morning to all the students who are viewing this video. I am Dr. Santosh Sanodia, working as a professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Bhopal. So today I am going to give you a learning about the air compressor, which is purely concerned with the mechanical engineering, and it is one of the hardcore section related to the mechanical engineering. So dear all students, you all will be benefited after knowing the air compressor about how this air compressor helps in different dimensions of the mechanical engineering. So let's see the things that how this air compressor is going to be helped for different operations in the industry as well as in different applications of the required things. So as an air compressor, basically it is a device which compresses the atmospheric air to a high pressure on the expense of external work, which is supplied either by the electric motors or by the IC engines or gas turbines or any other applications things through which we can this all particular air compressor is going to be concerned with this for the higher pressure, and all this higher pressure is going to be needed for these particular application things. In the meanwhile, the compressed air is delivered to a vessel for storage, and that is called the receiver. The compressed air from receiver is delivered through the pipelines into the point of the end use where it is all required or where we want to be utilize that particular compressed air in the form of utilization of the things. So this is going to be better understand that where the actual applications of the air compressor or the compressed air is going to be used for. So basically the findings comes out on the basis of their need as well as the requirements from different dimensions of the engineering applications throughout the industry or throughout the common use at the level of the purpose. So the compressed air basically finds its use in many industrial applications. So the core sections of its uses are to operate the pneumatic tool like the drill machines, hammers, riveting machines, etc. In these sections, this is going to be followed with the help of the compressed air which we have already obtained or convert from the compressor device. So driving a compressed air engine in this particular section, the compressed air is going to be very much in use. Today, we are all looking towards the scenario of the spray painting section, which is going to be followed for the aesthetic looks of any of the equipments or machines. It is very much needed. So in spray painting, the compressed air is used in a very wide role. Similarly, we can see that the refrigeration and air conditioning industry, there also it is going to be followed in a very wide role. Then another application we have to see the gas turbine power plants. In gas turbine power plants, we required a high pressure, very much compressed high pressure is required to operate that plant. Meanwhile, we'll moving towards the applications, the supercharging of the internal combustion engines. The supercharging of that particular internal combustion engine of the sections is nowadays very much required the compressed air, conveying the materials like sand and concrete along the pipelines. It is too much needed in these sections. Pumping of the water, at the end of the pumping of the water, it is also needed. So the driving machining as well as the mining machineries, we can say that where the fireworks are too many. At that particular end, the application of compressed air is going to be very much in utilization, as well as most of the industries who they are working related to the engineering materials or the formation of the materials or forming of the materials in that particular industries in blast furnace. the compressed air is needed in a very wide role. So along with this, we have to look towards the main components which is going to be used in the compressed air systems. So there is intake air filters, interstage coolers, after coolers, air dryers, moisture drain traps, and receivers. With the help of all these particular components, these all are the supporting things through which we can collect the complete high pressure air which is required, or we can say that the compressed air which is going to be required in the form of a vessel. The storage section where we can store it, that is the vessel. So as you all have known to these particular things, so there are some such classifications that is going to be helpful to understand about the major significance of the air compressor, in which we can see that the terminologies which is going to be required and that classifies the compressors. So compressor may be classified according to the method of the compression, what kind of method is needed for the compression, through which we can develop design as well as to make the compressor also, and what kind of delivery pressure is required for the end use, what kind of principle of operation is also needed there, what kind of the number of stages is required, whether we can work with a single stage system or we needed multi-stage system. According to the pressure limit, what kind of pressure is going to be required for the end use. So on the basis of their pressure limit, that is going to be designed on that respect. And then the volume of air delivered, respective things all are going to be connected with one another. We can see that. And what kind of fluid to be compressed. So here we can see that this is concerned with the related unit of the fluids. So we are having here the in terms of fluid that we can collect the atmospheric air, and we are going to process that particular mechanically with the help of devices and their functions, and it is going to be compressed in high pressure. So this is very much required in most of the applications of the industries also. So with the help of types of compressor, I just want to give you the major significance related to the types of compressor. So basically it is divided into the two basic compressor types, and that particular things is going to be helpful for different use, or we can say that the different end use which is required. So type of compressor is further divided into the two major things. First one is the positive displacement, and second one is the dynamic. Okay. So in positive displacement as well as the dynamic displacement, there are further significance parameters through which the compressor is going to be prepared or designed in a different way. What kind of compressor is going to be needed in positive displacement section, and what kind of compressor is needed in the dynamic section. So as a type of the compressor in positive displacement, the reciprocating compressor is used for working for the compressed air to produce the compressed air with the help of compressor device, and also the rotary compressor is needed. So this both compressor comes under the positive displacement section. So in dynamic part, the centrifugal compressor as well as the axial compressor, that is needed there. So with the help of these particular contents, I'm going to give you understanding related to the reciprocating compressor first. So majorly we all are using the three types of compressors there. So first one is the reciprocating compressor, second one is the rotary compressor, and third one is the centrifugal compressor. These three compressors mostly used in maximum industrial applications. So let's see with this reciprocating compressor, everybody. Here you all can see that the reciprocating compressor having the particular system in which the piston is playing an important role with the help of their connecting rod as well as the crank revolution with the suction. And this complete system helps to drive for collecting the atmospheric air into the system, and it is going to be compressed for the high pressure which is required. So use of air and refrigerant compression, reciprocating compressor basically used for air and refrigerant compression. The second important thing which is known to each one of you, that it works like a bicycle pump. Cylindrical volume reduces while pressure increases and while pulsating outputs also. So many of the configurations available in reciprocating compressors also. So there is single acting when we are using one side of the piston, and it is going to be double acting when we are using both the sides. So here, according to the position of the piston, we have a possibilities for the single acting as well as the double acting condition for the reciprocating compressor. So after that, you can see that the second type of compressor, that is the rotary compressor. Here, with the help of this schematic diagram, you all can understand easily that with the help of these two individual shafts, which is going to be followed with the help of their particular arrangement of the different sliding gear kind of things. So here we can say that the helix portion of the particular section that helps us to revolve both the shafts in opposite directions, and that will help us in the system how the suction of the air from the atmosphere is going to be getting into the system, and it is going to be further compressed for the high pressure. So rotors instead of piston we are using. In previous slide we have seen that we use the piston, but here we are using the continuous discharge. Okay, so the benefit of rotary compressor is their cost is comparatively low. It is going to be compact and low weight. It is having the low weight and it is very easy to maintain. So rotary compressor is having this benefits. Its size is between 3030 to 200 HP. So sizes between means it is all related to the capacity to produce the compressed air. So that according to the types, different types of the rotary compressor, we are having loop kind of compressor, screw kind of compressor, as well as the rotary vane, as well as the slide vane kind of compressors also. So with the help of this particular arrangement, how the rotary compressor helps to produce the compressed air for the different purpose that you all have seen here. Now with the help of this particular slide, let us come to know about what is the centrifugal compressor here. So if we all are looking towards the centrifugal compressor, the essential parts of the centrifugal pump or that are same as that of the centrifugal pump, we can say that it consists of a rotor with a series of the curved blades. In the system, in this schematic diagram, the things is going to be helps us to understand that it consists of a rotor with a series of the curved blades. There are n number of blades that is going to be used in centrifugal compressor, and air is going to be drawn in through an opening near the hub. Here, thus this particular section is helpful for the this end part. Okay, so opening near the hub, the impeller rotates at high rotational speed and the static pressure of the air increases from an I to an impeller output. So as the air leaving, an impeller tip is passed through a diffuser provided around and an impeller also. So the kinetic energy of the air is thus converted into the pressure energy, and the centrifugal compressor are used for the low pressure and high volume of air. So there, this is going to be important concern related to the centrifugal compressor. So in all that, we can see that there is a complete casing section which is going to be followed in this diagram. So here, the arrow mark which is indicating here for the suction section of the air from the atmosphere, and it is going to be followed with the help of inside this casing and complete arrangements, mechanical arrangements with the different curved blades that helps us to compress that particular section, and it is going to be collected at the vessel from the discharge section, which is shown here as with the help of this arrow. So this is something about the majorly how the compressor is going to help for the different purposes of the work. Now the important thing which is going to be known to each one of you, that the function of the compressor is to compress the certain quantity of air as well as the gas from a suction pressure and to a required delivery pressure. As you all understand with the help of these slides, in order to compress air or gas, certain amount of the energy is going to be required. Hence, it is necessary that the air should be compressed with minimum expenditure of the energy. And the compressor requires a prime mover, which can be electric motor, or in some cases, it can be a internal combustion engine also. So the compressed air finds many applications because of easy transmission of the compressed air. Some of the applications of the compressed air that are in operation of the pneumatic drill, as I told you that in the previous slide, that drill or hammers or hoist, or there are a lot of control systems that is going to be used for working with the help of the compressed air. Like the air brakes is also there, the spray paintings, we have discussed about the spray paintings also, and blast furnace as well as the lift gates also. So the compression of air plays a vital role in the performance of internal combustion engine and gas turbines. Okay, so these things will help you to understand about the air compressor. So the compressor also finds its applications in refrigeration and air conditioning industry, as we have discussed with the help of our previous slides. So in all about the topic concerned with the fluids, you all should follow these particular points which we have discussed. Definitely, this will give you a lot of understanding or more learning about the applications which is related to the compressed air, through which there are different findings that comes out. But the major role of that particular compressed air, the production of the compressed air, that is all done by the help of air compressor. So, dear all students, for this particular topic, we discussed about the air compressor, we discussed about the classification of that particular air compressor, we discussed about the different types of compressors as well as the classification of the compressors, and how their major applications is going to be utilized in different portion of the end uses which is going to be required in industrial applications. So in our next series, we'll discuss on the different topic. I will give you different learnings related to the fluid topic of the fluid, in which we can discuss the different applications as well as the different things. So thank you so much everybody for this air compressor. You all have, I think, get benefited with the help of this air compressor topic. Thank you.